sing. It's my favorite part because you see, I want adventure in the great wide somewhere. I want it more than I can tell. Hello, what's your name? Paul, do you think I'm odd? All I wanted was to teach a child to read. Gaston, we could never make each other happy. No one can change that much. I might be a farm girl, but I'm not simple, and I'm never going to marry you, Gaston. Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to do Emma Watson's makeup from the 2017 rendition of Beauty and the Beast. So I do this makeup for all of my Belle cosplays, and it's pretty much the same makeup that she wears throughout the entire film, even in the yellow gown. So it's nice and simple and elegant looking and just very natural. So let's get started. So to start, I'm going to prime my eyelids with Urban Decay's Primer Potion. So just putting it all over my lid. Next, I'm using L'Oreal's Infallible Pro Glow foundation. The color is 202, and I just like to spritz my beauty blender with the Pixi Skin Treats Vitamin Wake Up Mist. And basically just going all over my face. Next, I'm using Maybelline's Fit Me concealer. The color is 15. And just going under my eyes and on my blemishes and blending that out with my finger. Just blending everything out with a brush. Now it's time for some powder, so I'm just using CoverGirl's in the color 205. And basically going under my eyes and all over my face. Next, I'm using this Physicians Formula, the Healthy Eyeshadow palette. Going in right away with the lightest color there. It's a nude matte color. And just going all over the lid with that. I got this palette because I thought that the colors were perfect for Belle. It's pretty much all the colors that I was already using, but in one palette. So next I'm going with that slightly darker brown color and going in the crease and on the ends of the eye. And then grabbing that slightly darker brown color, focusing on the ends of the eye and trying to fan it upwards and out. And then I'm taking the darkest color there and using a slightly more tapered crease brush and just going on my lash line, making sure to blend all those colors together. Then with my angled brush, I'm taking the second to darkest brown and going on the lower outer corner of the eye. Then with the Naked 2 Basics palette, this is my favorite palette for cosplay contour, I'm grabbing that medium brown color called Cover and making kind of a cut crease line just in the inside there and making sure that it's kind of angular and straight. Same color with a small angled brush, just making a little line there under the eye to mimic Emma's kind of puffiness that she has. So I'm taking this blush color from the Tarte Hamptons Weekender palette, and it's called Summer House. So just taking that pink and going in the same spot under the eye, and blending it all out. Then from the same palette, I'm using the highlight color called Beach Getaway, and just applying with my finger a light dusting of that highlight color right on the lid. And also taking a brush and just going in the inner corner of the eye. Then I'm using this MAC brown eyeliner pencil in the color Coffee and just lining my lash line. Kind of making it fan out to a bit of a point. And also going in the lower lash line, focusing on the outer corners. Then I'm taking that color called Frisk from the Naked 2 Basics palette, and I'm fanning it outwards to kind of emphasize the bone structure in that area. Next, I'm taking a black eyeliner pencil and just going in my waterline, focusing more on the outside corner. So not going all the way in. And just putting a tiny bit there on the lower lash line, not in the waterline. And then I'm curling my lashes and using NYX's Worth the Hype mascara. So next I'm going to do my brows. I'm using Too Faced Brow Envy. Taking that shaping wax and just brushing my brows up. Using the small little angled brush and grabbing that darker color, I'm just gonna make my brows a little more straight and fluffy. For some reason, this eyebrow always gives me more trouble than the other side. I don't know why. Next, I'm taking this Marcelle Kohl eyeliner in just a nude color and cleaning up that line. So I'm going to start on some nose contour. So I'm taking the color called Cover from Naked 2 Basics and making a straight line down the sides of my nose and going underneath the nose to make it look more upturned. And right there on the ball of the nose. Underneath my chin, a little bit in my cheekbone area. And right there on my forehead and in my temples. Totally realized that I forgot to put highlight there, so just doing that now. And then grabbing the bronzing color from the same Tarte palette. This color is called Farmer's Market. And bronzing up my cheeks. And my chin, my nose, my forehead. It's just to kind of give your face more of a glow. Then from my Morphe Warm Master blush palette, I'm using the color called Witty. So it's pretty much a rosy, warm pink peach color with a bit of shimmer. And I'm going in the apples of my cheeks and a little bit over my nose. Next we're going to do her freckles, so I'm using the same MAC brown coffee color pencil. Make sure it's nice and sharp, and just do a lot of sporadic little dots. So I naturally have freckles in the summertime. Us Canadians don't see the sun in the winter, so all my freckles are gone. But basically I know where they would normally be, so it's like high up on the cheeks, across the nose, across the forehead, and a few right above your brows. Okay, so then we're going to start on the lips. So I'm using this lip liner from L'Oreal. It's kind of a peachy pink color. And emphasizing my Cupid's bow and just kind of following the lines straight down, because Emma's lips are very straight and angular. So I'm making sure not to make any of the lines too rounded. Then I'm just lightly coloring in with the same pencil. Then I'm using this Burt's Bees Gloss Lip Crayon in the color Tahitian Sunset, and this is my favorite color for Belle because it goes on nice and pink, but it kind of wears down during the day and makes it look just like your natural lips. So just going right there in the center. Then I'm taking the Naked 2 Basics palette again and a small angled brush and just drawing lines on the sides of my mouth to extend my lips a little further. And right there in the Cupid's bow and underneath the chin a tiny bit. And last but not least, I'm doing a bit of highlight, the same Tarte palette, just on my cheekbones, in my Cupid's bow, and over my nose a bit. And that's it! That is the completed makeup look. Like I said, it's not too much. It's very nice and natural, just like Belle. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, if you decide to do this tutorial, please tag me so I can check it out. Thank you so much for all your continued support on my cosplays. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Oh, isn't this amazing? It's my favorite part because you see, here's where she meets Prince Charming, but she won't discover that it's him till chapter 3. Can you imagine me, the wife of that boorish, brainless Madame Gaston? Can't you just see it? Madame Gaston, his little wife. No sir, not me, I guarantee it. I want much more than this provincial life. I want adventure in the great wide somewhere. I want it more than I can tell. And for once it might be grand to have someone understand. I want so much more than they've got planned. How in the midst of all this sorrow can so much hope and love endure? I was innocent and certain, now I'm wiser but unsure. I can't go back into my childhood, one that my father made secure. I can feel a change in me, I'm stronger now, but still not free.